Welcome to the WRB Ministries YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about the WWE, mainly Wrestlemania 28. There are a lot of posts out there right now, on this site and others, about who the Undertaker should face at Wrestlemania and whether or not the streak will be broken. Let's be really upfront and get it out of the way. The Undertaker will never lose at Wrestlemania. Not going to happen. Doesn't matter who he faces. If it was going to happen, it would have happened by now. I'm no huge fan of the character, and if it were up to me, I'd have ended the streak 4 or 5 years ago, which, in retrospect, would have been a bad call, yet I am consigned to the fact that it will never happen. I'll eat crow from all of you if it ever does, but I really don't think it's even a slight risk. Next topic. Who should he face? Well, I'd like to suggest something, and I hope someone in WWE picks up on it and runs with it. How about we put less focus on who the opponent will be, and try to put some more suspense into the match itself? It's quite obvious that he's not going to lose, no matter who the opponent is. WWE has played the "will the streak be broken?" angle to death over the last 5 or 6 years, so why not try something a little different? They've done a good job of adding stipulations over the past couple of years, HBK, retirement and Triple H, no holds barred, but there are a couple of things they've still never done, and I'd like to see them do both at Wrestlemania 28. 1. Have Undertaker face more than one opponent in a triple threat match. Okay, it's not exactly new territory, but it is new in terms of the streak, and this would take the pressure off of WWE to come up with someone bigger and badder this year. He's slayed all the dragons in the WWE at Wrestlemania, and it's clear that no one man can get the job done, but what about two? It would also justify someone less monstrous being in the match. Having two opponents who are slightly less in stature is as dangerous to the streak as one huge opponent. To add another bit of suspense, the streak can, technically, now be broken without the Undertaker being pinned or tapping out. He'd be ripe for a screw job, which won't happen, but it could at least create some more suspense and convince part of the audience that there's a chance he could lose. Or 2. Undertaker must retire if he wins. It's no surprise that this is likely the end of the Wrestlemania road for Taker. It makes sense to call it quits at a nice even number like 20 wins, and as of late, he's about 50 each year as to whether he'll be healthy enough to show up and put on a quality match. Granted, he hasn't disappointed in the last 3 years, but it's a gamble they can't afford to keep taking. So, with that being the case, why not add a storyline stipulation that The Undertaker must retire if he wins? This will add a little more suspense to the match because now there's a question in everyone's mind as to whether or not Taker might take a dive and kill the streak himself in order to save his career. Imagine the drama he could create during the match if every time he had the chance to pin his opponent he would act conflicted and break up the pin attempt himself because he wasn't sure he really wanted to win. Why not take advantage of the real situation, and if he's going to retire anyway after this year, have him be torn during the match and ultimately decide, in the end, that the streak is more important than his career? Let's face it, suspense sells tickets and pay-per-view subscriptions, and this idea will create enough suspense to boost the buy rate significantly. WWE Creative. This one's free. My next great idea is going to cost you